Blessed are we, witches. All right. So I wanted to get on and just do some tarot magic, share some insight in regards to the tarot cards, how to apply it in magic. I don't know why I get so nervous every time I do this. I get so nervous. But I do it. It's what we do. I fumble, I have fun, I enjoy. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why, but I do get nervous still. And so like if I had like butterflies, like ooh, that's the butterflies. I get nervous, but it's all good. We work through those nerves. But we're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about tarot magic. What I will do is take like how to work with tarot in healing, and then I'll shuffle and I will pull a card or two or whatever, and we'll talk about how the cards are expressing how to be utilized in that sort of intention. Does that make sense? So that's what we'll do. All right, we'll have fun, we'll enjoy. I hope everyone is having a blessed experience today. Well, hello, Jade. Hello, Michael. Hello, Andrew. Blessed be. I'm enjoying myself today. I'm having a really good day, actually, and you'll probably see me post about it tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to figure out what to focus upon as people tune in, and let me know you're having a great day. Let me know something exciting about your day or your next few days. Say something exciting. Go ahead and comment and share if you want. But I go to the doctor tomorrow. In October, I was hospitalized with my sugar levels at 981, and I was told that I should be dead. Okay, so found out that I had type 2 diabetes. Right? Okay, cool. Whew. And yeah, really high sugar levels. And then fast forward, we're in March. We're in March. So March, I just had my oh shit, y'all. So got tested when I got back to California, my A1C levels 12.1, really freaking high. So 3 months later, now we're in March, tested my levels again, but got the results in, 5.6. So I went from 12.1 to 5.6. I'm super happy, super excited. So I go to the doctor tomorrow. The lab sent me my results, so I got to see it before the doctor. But yeah, I'm like really stoked. I decided, like, you know what? Exercise, make those changes, live healthy, think healthy. Let's do this shit because a bitch ain't dying. No, sir. No, ma'am. Not today. Obviously, eventually, but not today. And so 12.1, 5.6. I'm super happy. Yes. So I know the spring equinox. I know. I'm so happy. So excited. So let's start with healing. We're going to shuffle the cards and we're going to focus on, how to work with the tarot in healing. How to work with the tarot in healing. 3 months house arrest. Hey, I hear you. I know it's... hey, Eve. Hey, Julia. Good to see you. Hey. Is it Nateo? Nateo? Eleni? I like that name, even if I butchered it. So... y'all, I get so excited. I get so excited and nervous, but we're gonna have fun. We're gonna enjoy. So we are going to be working right now. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for healing, how to work the cards into healing. I know this bitch is like, oh my god, y'all, I was super fucking fat. Like, and that it's not a judgment, just it's a fact. Like, I did not realize you haven't missed one. Okay, all right. Well, I didn't realize, like, I gained a shit ton of weight, y'all. I got fat. Like, I look at pictures from like just September and I'm like, holy mother, like wow, just wow. So yeah, it was interesting. You don't realize like how heavy you are and how you feel, and then you look at pictures and you're like, oh, I was a rather plumper Hey Jennifer, good to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 cards. Let's do 3 cards for healing. Like, let's see what the tarot has to say for healing. And if you want to suggest like an intention, if you want to suggest like protection or how to utilize the tarot in a different type of magic, go ahead and comment. Let me know, and we'll go through those. So let's see, 1, 2, or 3. The first number that pops into your head, majority will rule, and we'll choose from that stack. We're going to focus on how to work the tarot in healing, and we'll talk about that. All right, all right. Well, thank you. I feel good. I feel good. I do. Whew. Good to see you, Gigi. Well, hello, Callie. 3. All right, 3. Okay, well, there's 2 3s. Let's see what's going on here. All right, 3, 3. One more might decide. 1, 2, or 3. We'll choose from that stack. Comment. Okay, 3 it is. Boom, boom. We'll choose from stack 3. Okay. So tarot and healing. All right, all right. Here we go. Let's see. Ooh. Let's talk. Okay, first card is the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. So 6 of Cups, how to work the 6 of Cups into healing work. And feel free to share your thoughts, share anything that comes up for you. So I know my nails are terrible. Don't judge me, just a little bit. So the 6 of Cups, oh my God, you guys. 4, hello. Why do I don't know what's wrong with me. 6, it's the 4 of Cups, y'all. Clearly, sugar. 4 of Cups. I don't know where 6 came from, but the 4 of Cups. Remember, cups express the emotional world. They express spiritual matters. So emotions, the ebb and flow of energy, our heart space, spiritual energy. The 4 of Cups, how to apply that into healing. If you look at the card, there is a cup coming from what? The divine, or some sort of source that we're not looking at. We're like this. I'm not looking at this shit. You're not going to tell me what is, what isn't. I'm not listening. I'm not looking. You're not going to tell me anything. I'm in my own world, my own little bubble, maybe isolating myself from the others, and I'm not paying attention. It's not affecting me. So how to work this into healing? So the 4 of Cups, not the 6, the 4 of Cups can remind us, like, look, there's a lot of emotions, like really intense right now. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and our ability to perceive, our perception of things, not necessarily the best, because we are being misguided in the sense of fear. Hey, Rain, good to see you. Because we're scared. We're scared, and so the 4 of Cups is saying, look, disconnect, right? Disconnect. And focus on your heart, focus on your emotions, how you feel. Don't allow for yourself to adopt the fear of outside sources. Obviously, we need to be aware. Obviously, hello, Lauren, good to see you. We need to be very conscious of the energy that is coming through. But, well, welcome, Lauren. Good to have you here. We're talking about how to work tarot and magic and for healing specifically right now. And the 4 of Cups came up. And so now we're talking about how to apply that. So in magic, we can utilize the 4 of Cups to sort of, distance ourselves, to utilize proper discernment in the world right now. So we can maybe utilize a blue candle, right? A blue candle, put the 4 of Cups up by the blue candle. Don't burn the Cups card, y'all. Don't burn it. Burn the candle, not the Cups card. That's not cute. Unless you have extras. Be careful, though. So the 4 of Cups, you can get a blue candle and maybe put this card right next to it to charge it. Well, hello, Shauna May. Welcome, welcome. And it will help boost the experience of being able to disconnect, as well as disconnect emotionally. For a lot of us who are empaths, I think everyone has empathic nature, most everyone. But for everyone who can pick up on the emotions, this is a good card to utilize. So if you are empathic and you're tuning into the vibration of fear that is being emitted right now, it's really good to utilize proper discernment. And so with the 4 of Cups coming through, and And again, share your thoughts, share what you feel. With the Four of Cups coming through, get that blue candle, focus on discerning and detaching from the anxious energy, and allow yourself to find solace in your own body, in your own spirit, and your own emotions, and allow yourself to remember who you really are and what you're here to create. And so, yes, there's information being given to you, but the information right now is based on false premise. It's based on things that are it's not saying that things aren't real and things aren't intense, but it's saying that when we have a lot of people freaking out with reason, but when we have a lot of people freaking out, the energy isn't productive for our own space, right? Does that make sense? And so with the Four of Cups, we can light up, we can use a blue candle, maybe a yellow candle too, but to use it in magic to help us find our own emotions, find our own focus again, disconnect from, anxiety from outside source, as well as intense emotions, that ebb and flow of intensity from outside source, and bring it back here, bring it back in. So it's like, okay, I'm going to unplug, but I'm going to plug in right here. So I understand you're over here. I can feel you, but I'm not going to give you my power so you can create more of that sort of fear factor, right? So focus in and focus on your emotions, focusing on what you do have, because look, there's 3 cups down here. And so it's really saying with our magic, focus on what we're capable of, focus on what we can do, be proactive. Yeah. I just think of the skincare proactive every time I say that. But think about what we can do. Think about, how to utilize water magic. Again, if we're doing tarot magic and we're working with the Four of Cups, we have cups, water. So think about utilizing water in the magic that you create. So it could be, meditating in a bath and utilizing like bath salts for anti-anxiety or for things that help with stress relief, right? So instead of giving power to outside source, acknowledge it, but bring it back here. Light that blue candle up, focus on your breathing, focus on your heart space, right? Allow yourself to tune in with self and allow yourself some time to check in with your emotions. So with the Four of Cups, we can use it to check in with our own emotions, use it in magic to check in with self, check in with our own emotions, and also focus that vibration on what we need and not be so influenced by outside source, right? Aloha, Luika. Good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. I love seeing your name. Hey, Guy. I love your name, Guy Underbridge. Where did you? Wayward Wearables created this. He actually just made this last night. Finished this. Yeah. So that's the Four of Cups. In magic, how to apply it right now for healing. So sometimes the best healing we can do, and really the only healing we can do, is internal, focusing on us, focusing on our emotions, our priorities, and disconnecting from that of outside source, right? So that's something to consider. Hey, Katerina. Page of Wands is another card that came up for healing. Well, welcome, enjoy. The universe is forcing us to reevaluate on many levels. The death and sickness is terrible, but we also have to remember there's lessons in everything. The card. Yes, absolutely. I love that, Carrie. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. I like that because it's true. It really is true. I've been sitting with this for a while, like meditating upon it, and death is a part of life. Death in life, especially with equinox, right, coming around here, and there is death and rebirth. There is life. There's ebb and flow, and water. Water helps to really charge that and allow us to really step into that experience. Where, hey, I get it, I understand. It's hard to have that conversation too, because death can be it is a most like grotesque thing. It is hurtful, but it's also a very beautiful thing in a sense as well. And so we have this sort of ebb and flow of energy, and we have to understand that there is a purpose for everything, and sometimes that purpose is just to realize how fucked up things are. Do you read the cards or connect spiritually with both? Both. Yes, both. Thank you. Jasmine, good to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see your name. So, Page of Wands comes up for healing as well. How to utilize Page of Wands. So, it's really cool because we have water, very emotional, and now we have fire. So, Page of Wands, Wands is fire. Wands is very creative and artistic and powerful, and it gives life. You know, fire is something that we can really be inspired by, but also appreciate from a distance because the witch don't want to get burned, right? Or maybe we do. I don't know. And pages are messengers. Pages are new energy. Pages are like the new growth, right? And so we have the Page of Wands and healing, how to work that in healing magic. First of all, we can look at fire, right? Fire energy. So anything to do with fire, it could be like burning something, like releasing something, getting a piece of paper. Sorry, I'm looking over here. I don't have a piece of paper. Like writing your intention on a piece of paper and burn it, release it. You can get a poppet, like make a poppet and utilize the power of fire to release. So there's so many different things to work with just based on wands. Pages are messengers. So to me, that's also saying writing. Candles, absolutely, Katarina. Thank you. For sure, like candles, absolutely. And messengers, right? So messages, writing. So I think of writing something or applying some sort of message. So it could be sigils that we work with in regards to the Page of Wands applying to healing work. So we know that we're going to incorporate like a message. So our intention, it could be a chant that we write. And it applies to fire. Hey, Francesca. I hope you are well. So the Page of Wands brings us this energy. And if you look, I am deviant because I love that energy. I love the vibration. And it's just saying, you know what? Be different. Step out into your own power. Be different by being who you really are and what you really want. And not looking at things as taboo, but really integrating with all aspects of who and what you are. So some people don't want to have conversations about, let's say, cursing, or sex or whatever. And I'm like, we'll have conversations about everything, you know, because I don't want people to feel uncomfortable in the sense they can't come to a place and speak their mind, right? So that's kind of why deviant. So Page of Wands and healing magic. So, okay, if you look at him, he's looking towards the right, and I associate that with like the future. So we realize, like, look, we're not going to focus on what was. We're not focusing on the past. Our magic with the Page of Wands is going to be focused on the future. Hey, Linda from Australia. So Page of Wands is going to be focused on the future energy. So with this, I really like this because it's saying to offer the magic here, how to apply it is to maybe set your intentions or affirmations in future stance. Like, this is how my new life is going to be, and this is how my new experience is. So taking some time to meditate upon seeing ourselves like in vision, right? Take some time. What do I really want to create in my life? And I'm looking at it. And this is the individual that I seek to create. This is the life that I seek to have. Okay, cool. How am I going to use my creative source, right? Creative ideas, wands. So how am I going to use that creative nature to really envision what I want to bring to fruition? And I think about that. I really, really think about that. And I embody that energy. And I can write that down on a piece of paper. I can create a sigil based on that. And I can put that on a candle. And I can utilize the power of fire, the power of wands, creative sources to, you know, implement that in my magic. And then as I focus in my creative space and I focus in on the life that I seek for myself and the healing, right? The healing that I'm bringing into my life experience. How do I feel? How does my body feel? How does my mind respond in a state of healing? Now that I'm working through this, I'm in my healing space. How do I perceive my world? Focus on that, write your intention down, and then create your candle or inscribe your candle with whatever you want to do and set your intention, raise that energy and light it up. Let it go, release that spell. So that's kind of what the Page of Wands is saying. Bring in this new growth, this new space for yourself, you know, because again, we cannot necessarily step into a new vibration based on old patterns. if we are to heal, if we are to become better for ourselves in whatever shape we want, then we have to let go of old patterns, old programming, and step into a new space, a new body, right? A new mentality, a new spiritual essence, a new understanding. And so, thank you, Mike. I love your name. Thank you, Michael. And so, with the Page of Wands, it's really inspiring us to focus in on the fiery beauty of what will be based on our creation currently, right? So when you're healing yourself, is it normal to feel uncomfortable while under? That's a great one. Let me put this up if I can. So when you're healing yourself, is it normal to feel uncomfortable while undergoing healing? I found during healing, it can be quite painful and upsetting, releasing thoughts and feelings. Yes. Okay. So that's a really good question. Thank you for bringing that up. Healing, everyone is different. Everyone will experience it differently. For me, and you're right, at times, depending on what we're working through, depending on, it makes me feel uncomfortable right now, depending on what we're, healing and working through, it can be very traumatic. It can unearth some really uncomfortable energies. And that's why I feel like a lot of times we hold on to stuff because we think we're healing and it feels really gross. And we don't take it any deeper or further. And so we do a little bit, we do surface work, but we don't fully release because we're scared of having that gone from us. And it brings up some really intense stuff. But yes, it is, I feel like, it is common when we are doing healing work and when we're working through these things that it does uproot some really uncomfortable stuff depending on, what we're going through. But knowing, that's where it comes back to know thyself, know who you are, know what you are, know where you are, and what you're capable of, and knowing that this is a process. We can release and know that we're going to be okay, but don't push yourself where it's even more traumatic. So do what you can with what you have and keep working at it. Sometimes healing takes time, it takes process, so it doesn't happen necessarily overnight. How do you keep grounded working through these feelings? Ooh, that's another good one. I can only share what works for me. Everyone will have their own tool set. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to comment and share with us. How do you keep grounded working through these feelings? I will suggest one book right now that I'm currently finishing up, and it's really changed my way of perceiving things, and that is Existential Kink by Carolyn Elliott. It's just, I don't even know. You have to read it in order to really digest the information. And it's really helped me. It's about shadow work. It's about integration. It's really cool. So that's helped me remain grounded, as I understand these very uncomfortable things. They're a part of me and they're a part of the process. And I know that they're beneficial, so that book has helped me really change the way I see things. And, grounding, just doing things you love, honestly. So when I go through a deep healing session and I feel really vulnerable and I feel like I'm gonna cry or uncomfortable, I own those emotions. I allow myself to be in that space, but then I will surround myself with something that makes me feel good. So I'll watch a movie that makes me feel really good. I'll have a conversation with someone who's important to me, and it will help me bring myself back into a space where I'm okay, I can be here. Or I'll just go through a simple grounding technique and connect with Gaia, connect with her heart and her fire, and I'll bring her energy up through me, and I'll go back down and just really solidify myself. Black tourmaline, smoky quartz, red jasper, having those crystals around helps, align the energy with grounding. A conversation with my spirit guides. I'm trying to think. But yeah, it's really for me honoring that process and trying to just really fully embrace myself in those moments. So not judge it. If I'm freaking out, I'm like, calm down, you're freaking out. Oh my gosh, calm down. I'm not telling myself to act any certain way. I'm like, okay, hoops are down. I'm freaking out. I'm having this really intense experience. And I'm like, okay, I can see myself. I'm embracing it, allowing myself to go through it. But as I allow myself and as I really embrace it, I'm conscious of it. So I see myself doing this, and it helps me sort of like come back to myself. Does that make sense? Shadow work is hard but rewarding in the end because we are releasing, we are integrating, we are remembering just how amazing we really are. This might sound odd, but I love to walk barefoot in the backyard to ground. Yes, that's not odd at all. It's great. Earthing is powerful, and yeah, having your feet upon the earth, super beneficial. I like it. Let me get a drink. So I connect with Gaia and run my energy and meditate, smudge, trance, music, cards. Yep. Most of all, allow yourself to truly feel the emotion, not judge it. Easier said than done, but you don't heal fully if you don't go through it. You can't skirt it or go around it. Exactly. And you know what? It's a process. So just because we can talk about it, but no, I love questions because like I sometimes feel like I'm talking to myself. I love questions. And if I can answer or if I can share my thoughts, I will do my best to do that. So definitely ask those questions. If I don't see it, don't think I'm ignoring you. I might not see it, but yeah, ask questions. But it is a process. So the more that we do it, the more we recognize where we are, and then the easier it becomes to step into the process. I'm not going to say that healing is going to be easier, but the process to work through that and remain grounded, right, or get to the place of grounding, it becomes easier to recognize when to do it and then how to achieve it and to step through it, right? So hold on. Okay, so the last card for healing. So if you have any suggestions what we should focus on next, like if you want to focus on protection magic, psychic development, how to use the cards in different ways, let me know what category you want to pull for. The Hierophant reversed. So this is an interesting card for magic, like the Hierophant reverse. So, okay. It's a major card. We know major cards represent like big shit, big life events. And we know, so the Hierophant reversed is coming up. Major. So for me, that is bigger, or I shouldn't say bigger magic because like bigger doesn't necessarily mean better, but like to me, it's more of a ritual. So when a major card pops up, I feel like it's more thought out, planned. There's more of a ritual to it. So there's more than one component. Does that make sense? And so we realized with magic, the Hierophant reverse is going to say, okay, this is something that we're going to have to plan. This is something that's going to have a few steps, middle, beginning, and end. And it could be a longer ritual, something that's going to take a little longer. It could even be like a 7-day working, right? It could be that, but something we consider. The type of magic with the Hierophant reverse, I feel, is expressing the liberation of self, because the Hierophant is like organized energy, organized religion. But this reversal, it's unearthing something. So it's really saying tap into your wild spirit, tap into the wildness of that, of you, and utilize this in your magic to sort of unearth your wild nature, your true and raw potential, your raw power, and to find your magic again, right? So the Hierophant reverse is like, look, let go of all those rules. You are being, y'all, I can't talk. I was gonna say condemned. That's not, your soul is being condemned, y'all. No, you are being confined, like restricted. And so with the Hierophant reverse, it's like, look, it is time to unearth your magic, to birth yourself into this world, to allow yourself to have this really magical and orgasmic experience and embrace that. So really with the Hierophant reverse, we can have like, maybe a red candle, because again, red can be be utilized to open the way. It's also red and orange can be used for like lust and love and blood. Red is blood, red is life force. So we can work with a red candle to really imbue this magic to help us find ourselves, find our way. And so in healing, we need to become more of who we are. We need to unearth our ability to heal ourselves, our ability to step into what is truly important to us. And so with that being said, and you can look, there's keys. So you can, if you see the keys right there, you can work with keys, right? In your ritual, in your spell. So know that, look, there's keys there. So I can use keys. Keys are for unlocking things. So this is unlocking. This is going to be a spell for healing, to unlock something, to unearth something. Reversal, we know we're unearthing something. And so that's another confirmation. The priesthood is being like obliterated. Like, we're going to drop them on their heads. All right, okay. So I know that I'm freeing myself from the programs of childhood, the programs of society. I'm unlocking the pathways to step into my beauty, my wild and raw and ancient energy, what I'm truly connected to. So magically, this is what we're working with. We're opening the pathway. We're opening the pathway for what? The key to success. We're opening the pathway to healing. And so in order to heal, we have to free and liberate ourselves from old programs, old paradigms. And that is like what we were taught is possible. And that goes back, I like how they all also interconnect. That goes back to like the Four of Cups, where it's like, look, I'm not paying attention to what you have told me is possible, what you have projected onto me. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm tuning within and looking at what my emotions, what my spirit is telling me, and I'm going to be me, and I'm going to focus on my future. I'm going to focus on my power of inspiration and my beauty to bring messages here and listen to what's being said to me. And the Hierophant reverse is saying, well, I'm going to seal that with opening the pathway and stepping through to success, to healing, to working through these old programs, right? So I like it. So protection. Okay, we'll do that next. I've had Reiki in the past, and I felt really unwell after by 2 different practitioners. Have you ever felt unwell after such? Yes. After like attunement, I have. Yes. Could this be? Yes. I don't know. It depends on who you. Focus. If you, I always tell my clients, like if we're doing Reiki or really a lot of healing work, I always suggest make sure to drink a lot of water, because water helps the process. Water moves through the body, and it's a great current for healing. And when we're doing Reiki, like when that energy is going through your body, water just eases it, and it helps with the experience, and for it to be really fully associated with us and integrated. So water helps so much. So when you're going through like a healing process, drink some water. And I know it's silly, but it's so simple but powerful, because it helps move, and it helps us to like really allow that stuff to flow through. Okay, so yells. Let us see. So that healing magic, 4 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So water, fire, and spirit. The Hierophant reversed. So yeah. Let's shuffle for protection. We'll see how to work the tarot into protection magic. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for sharing this time with me. I really do appreciate you. If you know anyone who might enjoy this, please invite them or share this with them. Also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube. Be sure to hit that bell notification. Follow me on Facebook to keep up to date, because I never know. When y'all are going to get notified. Sometimes it's after the fact. So look for what brings you joy and flow with it. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Protection magic. Tarot for protection magic. Let's see what comes up. Having lots of white orbs in my house right now. And last night I caught a white mist as if something was trying to manifest. Can the cards tell me anything about I can communicate. I'm not doing personal readings right now. This is just utilizing the cards and tarot magic. So that's not something that I'm doing right now. We're going to talk about how to work with the cards in protection magic. Yes. You have to drink, yep. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle 3 more times. 1, 2, or 3. The first number that pops into your head, go ahead and comment, and we will go with the majority. So whichever number gets the majority of votes, we will go with that stack. So 1, 2, or 3, the first number that pops into your head, you go ahead and comment, or comment. I was going to say write it down, but no, that's not going to help me. Hey, Anna. Okay, 3. All right. So drinking water helps a lot, but also if you have aquamarine helps me so much, so much. I like aquamarine to help with like the healing experience. It helps things to just move a little. It helps things move smoothly. Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I'm not doing personal readings, but if you can meditate, you can ground yourself and send your energy out to the energy, especially if it feels and if it doesn't feel threatening. You can communicate with the like light some Palo Santo or sage, frankincense and myrrh, something to lift the vibrations of the space, ground, center, and then reach out, and ask your guides to step in. Ask your guides to step in to help you discern, the energy. 3, 3, 3. Okay, 3 again. So let's see what the cards have to say for protection magic. All right. So we have a wands card. Okay, we have a wands card. We have a swords card. We have another wands card. So protection magic. This is interesting. Huh. 4 of wands. We had the 4 of cups earlier. So 4 of wands. I'm going to have to, my numerology, not the best. So I always have to research. I don't know off by memory. So 4 of wands comes up for our protection magic. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? So 4 of wands. Anna, I'm not doing personal readings. This is just utilizing the tarot in magic. So we're just shuffling, focusing on intention, and then we're sharing information on how to apply these cards into our magic. So the 4 of wands is associated with protection magic. So again, wands, fire, or even like wood pieces you can write sigils on. But if you want a personal reading, I do those as well. You can message me and we can talk about that. But this is not for that. So 4 of wands, you can do, I love it. I know, I do love it too. It's a great card. So 4 of wands in protection magic, you could do like wood, like discs, and put sigils on them, like wood burning or incense. Again, wands, I think fire, incense. You can get some sacred incense that is great for protection. You could work with, like, again, I like Palo Santo. You could like, obviously, look, Palo Santo and a little sage. You can do that, light it up, and then smudge. And I like the idea of like smudging or smoking or whatever, because you can see they're holding up like a brush or like flowers and stuff. And to me, I'm thinking like, okay, flowers. I'm thinking wands, fire, incense. And then I'm thinking, this moving, like shoo, things are moving. So the 4 of wands I really enjoy because it's expressing that we need to move stuff. There's a movement here. And so for protection, I'm going to smudge or smoke out and smoke out the negative stuff. We can also focus in on protection. What kind of protection? It could be a home, protection for the home. To me, this is like it feels like a home. It feels like it could be like going on an adventure too, like someone's leaving the house. So maybe protection with travel. So again, I would utilize like incense or like wood discs and put like sigils or words of empowerment, runes, whatever you connect with, but put like power symbols on that. I would charge those on my altar, and then I would either hang them from a tree, or I would place them in the corners of the home or something of that nature. But definitely work with something that has wood or associated with like incense and smoke and stuff like that. Yeah. And you can focus in on the home. You're warding in regards to your home space, your car, even your workspace, things that are associated with like travel or like your dorm room, stuff like that. But I like, right? So that's how I would utilize the 4 of wands right now in protection magic. And you can use this. So if you're creating a protection blend, right? If you're creating like a protection blend that has like a really unique oil in there. If you could use the Four of Wands to charge it. So place your blend, place your card, and then pull the energy from the card into your blend. You can do that and really utilize that to help protect, help inspire, and help to bring that vibration of the card into your magic. Another cool thing is you can print this out, like print this card out and write your intention for protection, right? Your protection, your happy home, feeling really good, comforted. You can write that on the back of it, right? And you can utilize that in a spell jar. You can utilize that in intentions, any sort of like spell bag, like a spell bag, any sort of magic, any sort of working that you want. So you could definitely make a copy of this, write down your protection on it, and use that. You can burn it if you want to add that energy. You can use the ash into something. There's so many different ideas, right? Right. So that's one way of using the Four of Wands, or a few ways. The Four of Wands in protection magic. So another interesting card. The Four of Swords. What's with the fours, y'all? The Four of Swords comes up in protection magic. I like the swords for protection magic, protection, because again, swords, they cut, they sever ties, they they're blunt. They're like, okay, this is it, we're done. There's no pussyfooting around it. It's just like, this is done, we're done, I'm gonna cut you, go away. So the four of swords, I love. The Four of Swords I love for this, because again, it's saying, look, for protection magic, it's saying be very clear. Instead of engaging, like, first of all, ask yourself, like, what am I seeking to protect? Why do I feel the need to protect? Right? Let me take some time to rest and recoup. Let me take some time to pay attention to my mind. Why do I feel like I need this protection? Let me get to the core belief. And that's what the Four of Swords offers. Like, let me get to the core belief, the core reasoning behind why I need protection. And then when I am like meditating and tuning in and thinking about the process, I will receive information as to what I need to do. How do I need to, take action? The Four of Swords is saying, you know what? Sometimes the best action is to not do anything. Sometimes it's just simply focusing more on you. So also, it's not, the protection is internal. It's saying focus on you, focus on building your immune system, building your space up, protecting your own space. Don't target anyone. So if you're trying to protect yourself, or, if you're focused on an outside source, bring that in and focus on boosting your strength, boosting your energy, boosting your mind, so that you are well protected. Does that make sense? So with the Four of Swords, there is this sort of energy like, look, focus inward, focus on you. Reinforce is what I'm looking for. Reinforce your space. You don't need to carry that out anywhere else, but reinforce your space, right? So that's what the Four of Swords is expressing. And really, if you think about it, swords, we have air. We can go back to incense if you want. I associate incense with fire and air, but you can also think about air colors. So anything you associate with air, the color in candles. So yellow, some light blues if you want. So just depending on what you associate with air, you can utilize that candle color in the work that you do. You can inscribe on the candle a sword, right? A sword, to say, look, I am, channeling the sword energy here to cut ties and to focus in on me and to strengthen me. So you could do that. And you can use your words of power. You can chant, you can express your spell audibly, because that's another air quality, air trait, right? So those are things that you can apply to this card and to the spell, the magic that you work for protection, right? The next card, King of Wands. King of Wands. So more fire. We're going to be burning a lot of stuff, it seems. More fire, more heat. Kings, I got ties today. Awesome. Kings are royalty. Kings are, they have a sort of authority, but kings also want the best for their community. They want the best for their reality, their world. They want to make sure that everyone is taken care of, because if everyone is taken care of, then they do well as also. The King of Wands, he's looking to the left, so he's looking back. So we realize like we want to take care of our past. And so looking back, we want to focus on protection. Protecting what? Protecting our past, protecting things, something that's already been done. So something that we need to look at, things that were already initiated, we need to go back and protect maybe. So we also need to pay attention to that. The King of Wands is like, look, I need to protect my belief set. I need to go back to how I was feeling. Case in point, if we initiate a new idea, right? We're doing something new for ourselves. Maybe it's a new business venture, and people like to piss on our rainbow, and they like to say, "Oh, well, that's not that great of an idea," but you're excited about it, and you told someone already, but they're kind of being negative. So it's really about King of Wands protecting what you started. So don't tell them anymore about that situation. Don't tell them about that experience. Protect yourself. Grow yourself first so you can feel comfortable and confident in sharing what you're capable of. So the King of Wands brings magic to protect something that was. It's also great for any of us doing protection work on other people. So children, like our children, our nieces, our nephews, or we're doing protection work for a client, for another person. The King of Wands is really good to utilize in protecting someone else, because the King of Wands is looking back and saying, hey, I have this power. I'm gonna protect you. I'm looking out for you. I got your back. And so the King of Wands, we can work in candle magic or any sort of magic to protect someone. Really good. Like if you are doing work to like a spell bag or a charm or something for someone who is traveling or someone who is leaving, someone in the military, the King of Wands is really great to charge that item, because you are going to give it to someone so they can use. So King of Wands is powerful for this, right? Does that make sense? And that's how I would utilize the King of Wands, looking back and saying, hey, I got you covered, I got your back. I have the tool set, and I'm going to share that with you. So something to consider. One more, I guess, if y'all want another intention, that's how to utilize the tarot, those tarot cards in magic, just a few ways. If you have any other intentions you want me to pull on, comment, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to head out. But yeah, I have enough time for one more. Let me see. Yeah. So if you have another intention you want me to pull on, feel free. Also, don't forget to share this with anyone you think will benefit from this as well. Subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on Instagram and Facebook, because I post everywhere and I love talking to you. I love sharing with you. I know I've rambled a lot today, so I really do thank you, and I appreciate you for sharing your time and space. I enjoy it. So yeah, if you have another intention you want to pull on, feel free to comment, let me know. If not, I will head out. The bitch is tired. Well, I'm just tired of talking. I need something to drink. My coffee's cold, but it's all good. Well, thank you, Carrie. And welcome to all the new people who tuned in. I really appreciate you. I have fun. So again, if there's anything I can do for you, if you want me to do videos or comment on anything, let me know. I'm here to be of service, and where I can, I will. If I don't have that information, then I will either search for it or work with you to find it out and bring you that information and put you in the right way of resources to that information. So yeah, if you ever need anything, always comment on my stuff and I'll be happy to share what I can. All right. So if there is no other, I don't see anything. All right, so thank you so much. I will talk to y'all very soon. Blessed be.